Encoding from China, and now I'm an undergraduate from the Department of Foreign Language and Literature here at Tsinghua University. Behind me is a newly opened science museum on Tsinghua campus. Come with me and explore. The exhibition on display is called Maneuvering Numbers. It's going to show us the calculation device in the past and present. How much do you know about calculation? Let's have a look. The exhibition is divided into 3 parts in chronological order. Part 1 leads us to trace the origin in counting. Our ancestors actually used to use fingers, knots, counting rods, and beads to represent specific numbers in the past. And look at the rope here. Actually, different knots on this rope represent different value in number depending on their location on this rope. The knots in horizontal order, they actually represent 1, 10, 1,000, these different units. And the number of the longitudinal knots, they represent a very specific number on that unit. Therefore, our ancestors directly knew what the number is by looking at the number of knots on this rope. And then we also have many other calculating devices, the counting rods, and also the very specialized Chinese abacus, which is also known as suanpan in Chinese. The various forms of calculating devices used by our ancestors actually show their great wisdom for the manipulation of numbers. Okay, now we're moving to part 2, which is going to show us a more civilized way of calculation, mechanical calculators, which I think became prosperous in the 17th century. Actually, renowned masters like Leonardo da Vinci, Shikar, and Pascal all contributed to the invention and improvement of mechanical calculators. And gears actually play a very important role in the functioning of mechanical calculators, as you can see them almost in every part of every exhibit in this section. And part 3 brings us to the era of electricity. Electronic computers became in the 1980s, and it reflects various achievements in the aspect of science and technology. And here we have various kinds of electronic computers displayed in this hall. Here at the beginning, you can see the vacuum tube, the transistor, the integrated circuit, which are all very small but significant components of electronic computers. And here we have the microcomputers, which became popular in the 1980s. And I finally get to see something I am familiar with, Apple II, which came into existence in 1999, and it finally looks similar to the laptops we're now massively using. Another feature of the Science Museum is this special hall for the display of many generations of Tsinghua students who made great contributions to the scientific inventions and innovations. Feel free to come and visit here frequently and get some good vibes and stuff, and maybe you're the next person to be named here. And actually, this is not the end of our Science Museum. Tsinghua is planned to expand the Science Museum into a more and separate building just right to where our art museum is currently located. So in the future, feel free to visit our Science Museum frequently and constantly to feel the unique charm radiated by science as such a comprehensive subject. And that's all for our today's visit.